Blair, Blair, Blair. Blair, Blair, Blair. Don't you guys love the Trove soundtrack? I know I do. It's my favorite of all things. What? Daily Chaos Factor login reward, excuse me? I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Notification squad alert. What up, fam? I'm just making sure everything's working. Trove sounds pretty low, but who cares? Oh, it's Mr. Cap. Where? No, YouTube chat. Stop being evil. I want to... Okay. Why won't it let me mod you, Cap? Whatever. YouTube is stupid. Ah, also, hello, Batman and Talus, other freaks on the Twitch. Everything looks okay. Oh, I better, I promised you guys in yesterday's stream, but I didn't deliver some streamer dream codes. So I'll get these ready for the stream today. And this time I'll actually, like, give you guys some, don't worry. Dude, mod me. Okay, random person who hasn't earned mod whatsoever. Aha. So, wait a minute. Ah, there we go, Cap. Now you can protect me from the uggle. So, anyways, what is up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, obviously, you know that. And today we're gonna be streaming some Trove. What's this game called? I don't even know. What we're gonna be doing is most of all just grinding up tomes and junk like that. Let me go to D&D and get out of hide mode. But I gotta get my tomes done, and then otherwise we might do some Bomber Royale to... Get out of here, bug. To grind up some of the tomes. Because as we know on the test server, they're already working it out, where we're not going to be gaining nearly as much experience from Bomber Royale anymore, which is kind of uggles, honestly. Marf, you must have checked the community page. Yeah, so there's still real life right now. There's a big garage sale going on my block. And because of it, there might be like Jub might start barking and stuff like that. And there might be some noise here and there, but I don't know. I'm not too concerned about. Maple Trove. Yes, I want Maple Story to actually release. Streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Same username, fam. Watch someone yell and get angry at me. But let's just do U9. So the test server is up right now. And they have put a few fixes towards it. Most of all, it's most of all the improvements update seems to be things that are going to be a lot more convenient for console players rather than PC, honestly speaking. It's still cool stuff, but some nice little improvements here and there. Ice Sage, you know, we kind of already had the stream yesterday, but if you guys didn't check it out, Ice Sage was very underwhelming. Like, they ended up doing some really nice changes to the class overall that make it funner, but the abilities absolutely suck. Like, math has never been the strong suit of the devs, and they're always very reserved when it comes to changing stats of characters. So they seem to think that it's common for us to take 5 seconds to kill things in U9, rather than one-shotting it on almost every class in the game. And Ice Sage takes like 3 shots for U9 bosses, as we saw yesterday. So they gotta change the numbers. I like the build, I like what they did with the character, but they desperately need to change the numbers so that it's a little bit more damage here. Can I not select the wrong things? Oh, this guy just spawned on the top of the dungeon. Good. It's gonna be nice when we can just hold E and pick up all the items that we want, though. That's really cool. Ooh, hello, chocolate dragon. I will destroy your face with a bomb. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, he's too powerful, you guys. There's no possible way that we can actually defeat him, even though we're not taking any damage. And oh, he's dead. Thanks, Talos, for the bits. Appreciated, fam. Oh, ho, ho, one of the tomes is already done. I grinded a few of them this week already. There's too many legendary tomes. You know what they need for the improvements update? Make it so that I can hide tomes and items in my collections menu. More specifically, some of the legendary tomes, I want to just hide them, because the only reason you get them is for mastery. A lot of them suck, you know? Did you know, by the way, on the test server, I'm going to have a video of this probably next week, but I got to 601 mastery, so I got to take a sneak peek at all of the mastery rewards up to 700. They're fairly underwhelming. Like, it's allies and junk like that, which who cares? Their stats suck. Maybe they'll look cool, but... Ooh, Hyper Pinata, nice. Okay, you always gain enough altitude. What is going on? Stupid game. Dumb rubber banding. But they have a tome for Lustrous Gem Boxes. It's a legendary tome. Guess how many it gives you a week? 1. It's not worth it. Like, by the time... The gripes that I have with the mastery rewards is the fact that they seem to not be considering... That's a big pinata. They don't seem to be considering the fact that if I'm the mastery to get a Lustrous Gem Box tome, it better be worth my while, because I'm at the end game by that point. You know, like, in order to have this amount of mastery, you gotta be at the end game. So the fact that mastery still gives like garbage rewards is just like, guys. Right now I'm mastery 7? No, 600. Yeah, that's right. 700 total mastery. But 600 for the normal mastery. They do still have some cool stuff. Like, most of all the mounts and junk like that are cool, but the allies suck. The tomes that you get out of mastery suck. It's just, I don't know. Oh, it magic. Is this the real safe place? No, I'm an imposter. The real one couldn't bother playing this game anymore. He finally gave up. I got a very exciting video that you guys are probably gonna go crazy about next week, and I'm expecting a lot of negative comments. But I still think it's gonna be cool, where I'm going to be unboxing tons of boxes. But we'll talk about that at another time. When is this event gonna end, by the way? Oh, I guess I should also mention just today, if I don't have a video come out tomorrow, to mention it. But you guys should re-roll. Like, right now the re-rolling second stat is going on in the game, right? You should definitely re-roll your Ice Age gear to be attack speed second stat, because you don't need energy regen on the character anymore after the rework. Just a heads up. 250 mastery? What? You're scaring me. At least gives you a free Gragan. Not dragon. Gragan. Which, you're absolutely right. Okay. Mark's gonna climb up to the top. We're just gonna blast our way straight down. Oh, he didn't blast us. He didn't go to the top at all. In this game, please! Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm just gonna keep on going. This game's so laggy, dude. Like, it's an actual mess. Like, it's embarrassing how badly the lag is getting in this game. Anyways, he jumped up to the top, so clearly that's much faster than just bombing straight down. Especially because attack speed doesn't affect our bomb speed on any other classes except Neon Ninja. Go figure. What's the best class to use? The one that you enjoy, mate. And that's that. Can you stop rubber banding out of the dungeon? Oh, gosh. I think we might just go to Bomber just so that we can avoid the lag. Like, seriously. Good, Mark died. It's because he's so bad at this game. No. I think he did that on purpose. Seriously, what is with this? It's unfair. Trove won't work for me since the Geode update. Oh, yeah, I see. I know you're still dealing with problems. PTS isn't working. Is PTS still down for the patch? That'd be pretty weird. Thank you, Steve, for the 5 bits on the Twitch. Appreciate it, bud. When's the new PS4 episode, man? Clearly that guy's not a fan. Because he hasn't checked out the videos that specifically stated I've quit console. No, I know that it can be difficult to keep track of everything. But yep, I had like 5 videos talking about me quitting console. Yeah, you can do /sort inventory. But don't worry, after the improvements update in August, they're going to end up just adding a nice little handy button right here that's just going to sort your inventory. What costume is that for the Vanguard? A mod, because for some reason they haven't decided to add any Vanguard costumes to the game. I don't know why. It's the most hype class in the game, that's all. Oh, and the August update, you guys, oh man. So they're adding like, I don't know, it's something ridiculous. It's like over 200 weapon styles, face styles, hat styles, and stuff like that, right? How many styles do you think they ended up adding for the Vanguard? It's crazy. Drum roll, please. 0. No fist styles, not a single one for the most hyped character in the game. And the most recent. And we're almost halfway through the year and we haven't seen any new content for this character. Outside of all they ended up adding to the character was the vanity costume a few months after the character was actually released. No, seriously, like I want new content for this class, dude. Go! Like, you guys hear me hitting the keys as hard as I can? Man alive, it's laggy today. Ugh. I don't know if that's Trove or just my internet. Oh wait, I have super internet. So it's not me. No one gives bits. Yeah, some people do, Steve. Like you just did. Right? Is there a list of the mods that you use? No. I know that I have to make a video on that. Everyone's always asking me. But it's not a priority for me. I will do a video on that. What the? What is this? Is this actually a legit dungeon? I've never seen this before. Let's do this legit. It's like a bunch of tomes. That's pretty cool, man. How do you actually enter this? Oh gosh, so they want you to, yeah, of course, typical of any dungeon in the entire game. Zigzag your way all the way to the top, or you could just bomb your way straight in, right? Oh, bloop. Water went down the wrong tube, help me. Thank you, Lorzo, for more bits. Appreciate it, fam. That was a really, like, I pressed D. I pressed D. I'll press it again. There. Jeez Louise. Ah, the Crescent Moon dungeon. We don't see this thing often enough. It's still such a cool dungeon. So, can I play Trove on my low-end laptop? Just try it and find out. That's pretty much all you can do. Safe, what flavor gum is that? Just mint. Who cares, Spocky? No, mint is the way to eat gum. Because mint... Oh my gosh, this game. It's so laggy today. What is happening? Look at this. Trove broken? Confirmed? I don't know if it's because... yeah, cinnamon gum works too, Magic. Most of all, it's just gotta be something that's very good for clearing up your throat. You know? Tell Merc your Mork. Excuse me. Oh, look at that rubber band. Love it. I love this game. I think PTS broke it. Yeah, most likely. Like, it's funny, too. On the PTS, like on the patch, they were saying that they ended up, like, reducing the lag and stuff like that. But the funny thing is... And I don't mean to be overly critical about the lag, because seriously, it is a problem. I like, there's the game engine itself is a problem, but I think also just their servers in general are like really, really cheap. It's like they're on Taskcom or some garbage that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. But on the test server, they're saying that they ended up having a couple fixes that reduced the lag a lot. And you know, here we are on the live server and we're rubber banding like crazy with what, 5 people around me? So did the update really reduce the lag, or did it just bring the lag back down to what it normally was before whatever is going on with this game? You know? But I don't know, man. What headset are you using? I don't know. It's a Logitech one. 693 or something. It's one of the most recent Logitech ones. The reason I like this headset is because it's wireless. It's really comfy, despite the fact that every video online is like, if I shake my head, it falls off. And it's like, are you stupid? No. Why? And why would you be shaking your head like a freak? Like, you don't do that anyways, otherwise you're gonna break your neck. But anyways, I like these headset because it's wireless, but I can just plug in a wire too if it ends up dying while I'm like playing or something. So it's wired and wireless, and the wire itself is like a really nice like fabric that is at. Oh, that's the dungeon, and it's like really crazy long. What? Razor? Oh, you're scaring me. Dislike, unsub. Okay. Oh, I see, because Totem uses the trash Razer headphones. Ugh. What a sucker. No, seriously, all those gaming headphones and stuff, man, they're like, I looked into it all, okay? I'm very particular. Like, I like having things that are like both comfortable as well as functional. And Razer is pretty low quality considering the amount of price that you actually throw towards it, but that depends on what you're going for. Thank you, Oregon General something, but he subbed to me on the Twitch. I appreciate it, bud. I've asked 20 times. What question, YOLO Monkey? If you just keep saying, answer my question, I'll never see your question because it gets spammed out. I'm paying attention to the YouTube chat, the Twitch chat, and my video game all at the same time. Scythe, how much is your PC worth? I don't know. 5,000? Maybe? I mean, the video card alone is like, I think $1,000 or something. But I do this for a living, man. Like, I need a god computer. The next step, like, if there's ever a game I play that actually requires, like, an even stronger computer. Also, don't worry, Totem. I know that Logitech has a very bad rep. Lots of their stuff does break down after a while, but they're comfortable. That's what there is to it. Can you let me in, you stupid knockback and enemy freaks? Seriously. What is going on? It's crazy today, dude. Absolutely nuts. Oh, someone giving a tip to somebody else. What? Thank you, Talos, for another 12 bits. I've never seen 12 of them before. Scythe, do you have 2 PCs? Why? One for editing, one for playing? No. Because I don't want to transfer, like, thousands of gigs worth of, files over to another computer that would be dedicated to rendering and stuff. Honestly, like, it's funny. I've got this god computer, and I'm sitting here playing these games that should be low spec. You know, like Trove should be a little bit more optimized, but of course you need a really good computer in order to be able to run it in the first place at 60 frames, let alone with all the max settings. Outside of SSAO, I don't have that in Trove because it's disgusting and just lags everything out for no reason. But, and then here's MapleStory. It doesn't even have multi-threading, so it doesn't matter how powerful your computer is. You're always going to have frame rate issues. But most of all, it's like the next step that I would end up doing is just getting myself a second GTX 1080 Ti if I would ever run into qualms. Because otherwise, I've got all the RAM and, you know, I got a good motherboard and everything's all good. I made sure even early on when I was buying all the things for my computer to go a little bit more expensive for the parts that you can't really upgrade. But it's a good one. Someone told me that your flask is useless. Oh, you mean death defying? Yeah, that was some scrub that was telling you that. Someone that thinks that someone that's not like me and lazy. No, there's alternatives to using death defying, but death defying is the easiest way to play this game. Like for longevity, because then you don't gotta pay attention you know, to the enemies and stuff, because otherwise the alternative is that you have to end up getting, what is it, like, especially for this build that we've got right here, you would have to swap out either Chronomatic or Trailblazing in order to end up giving yourself Unyielding, just so that you're invincible, or you would have to clutch it out, use a pot, and kill the dungeon as quickly as possible so that you don't end up dying, because otherwise you get one shot in U9. You just do, no matter what. If you have a proper damage build, you're going to get destroyed. So I always use Death Defying. Lots of people always talk against it, but it's the best. It really is. Like, there's not really any reason to not use it. And if you're trying to do Shadow Towers, forget about it. You have to use Death Defying combined with Unyielding in order to give you enough survivability that you can actually do stuff. Thank you, True Rainstorm, for more bits. There's so many bits going on. You guys are crazy. Where's the super chat, huh? You guys should be embarrassed. No. I can't get Death Defying. Why? Is it not in the store anymore? No, it is. It's like 10,000 qubits, right? Which honestly isn't that much. It's just a couple weeks of grinding. Just get your dailies. And if you have Patron, obviously, it's going to be way easier. Ah. I still like... Oh, look at the shadows. Aren't they a little bit more subtle now? That's kind of interesting. Because the shadows were like crazy when they first got thrown into here. Maybe it's because I have one of the mods that makes it so that this area isn't like super duper bright. I don't know. How long have you been playing Trove on PC? Over 3 years, maybe 4. I don't know. Whenever my first look video of Trove came out, that's when I first started playing Trove, and I haven't looked back. And right in that video, maybe I'll make a series of this game. And now here I am. PTS is still down. Yeah, it'll come back up, dude. Like, don't worry about the test server. It'll show up. 20k qubits for Death Defying? Oh. Was it always 20k? I guess I can't look at it because it'll just say you already own this. Huh. Yeah, like, I've had Death Defying for years, so I don't know the prices of things, guys. I just don't know anymore. But 20k, yikes! No wonder. I don't remember it being that crazy, though. And then someone else saying, no, it's 15k. You guys are scaring me. I don't know what the price is. I don't care. I have it. Death Defying is not for noobs. Focus on other stuff first. Nah, you need Death Defying as quick as possible. Cap, no! I was just kidding, but thank you. Cap throwing super chat at me. 20 bucks. Appreciate it, bud. Seriously, was not expecting that. I was just joking about all the Twitter stuff, but that's awesome, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It helps pay my bills. Like, you have no idea. By the way, Cap, what is going on with the, send me a DM on Discord about that, big box that you were preparing. Did it explode or something? Thank you, Twiddle Man, for 10, microphones. I think that's bits, but it's a different emote. Something. I don't know. I don't know how Twitch works. I suck at the internet, okay? It's safe. Hello, how's your day? It's going great, man. How's your day? I need to get this cornerstone so that we can end up getting ourselves some more flash. Bloop, 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 bloop. Also, I'm going to loot collect a bunch of junk here. Let's get rid of those. Some pinatas. We just randomly have 40 just from casually attacking these freaks that we found out in the world. I donated 10 cents with Gawkbox. Much appreciated, fam. If you end up actually going the extra mile, by the way, I do have it set up, you Gawkbox people, Gawkboxians. If you end up getting enough monies on Gawkbox, you can actually buy stickers, and you can send those to me in this stream, and they'll actually show up right in the video so that I can, you know, in case I miss the shout out, it'll actually like show up right then and there. Where am I? Where am I? Is this it? Gold companion egg from a gold ticket chest. Nice. Where? Okay, I messed up on this dungeon. I didn't go down the rabbit hole. I went way too deep. Yikes. I love how for some reason, like I have this restream thing, right? Restream allows me to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And it's like, they have a chat app And that's how I kind of keep track of everything, because it shows both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat at the same time. But every now and then it like just stops and I have to go over to it and click show new messages. It's evil. What is the best second stat for Vanguard? Check out my speed build videos. But otherwise, best second stat is pretty much just attack speed on everything, so that you can have movement speed as your fourth stat. And then if you're going into Shadow Towers, it means that you can swap your movement speed for crit damage if you want, so that you actually do a bit more damage. What does the Vanguard Clash Gem do? It makes it so that with your punches... Did I ever have the video that talked about the Clash Gem ability for the Vanguard? I'm pretty sure I did. But if I didn't, that's embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I did. It makes it so that every third attack in your melee form reduces cooldown of all your abilities. And every fifth attack... Oh, roller skates. And every fifth attack with your ranged mode is going to end up reducing your cooldown. Unless... Did they change that so that it was every third attack? Or fourth attack, I mean. But visually it's still the fifth or something like that? I don't remember. Seriously? Can I join Team Pixel? Yes, you could. But I'm not going to invite you because I'm streaming. I'm sorry. We should probably go to that other 3-star dungeon, but I don't care. Scythe, what are your thoughts on the direction Trove is going? Is Trove going in any direction? That's the real bottom line. Like, they're just kind of adding whatever they want right now. You know? But I actually really do like it. Like, I like the direction that they're taking with things. I love the Geode update, I do, but unfortunately, I feel that everything about the Geode update is completely unbalanced and focused a little too much towards the cash shop. You know, like, all the other updates of the year, they ended up listening to our feedback fairly well. Geode is the only update so far where everyone is still complaining about it, and they just keep saying, everything looks fine, it looks like it's all in order. I mean, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents towards it, because you asked. Thank you, Steve. Even more bits. You monster. What's wrong with you? Is this stream just for tomes? Pretty much. I mean, that's all you can really do at the endgame of Trove, right? But one thing that is going to be really cool is the Extra Life pack that's going to be coming out in the August Improvements update. It's actually a really good deal for once. Instead of all these crazy overpriced packs that we've been getting recently, we're going to have a pack where you're gonna get a dragon, a mount, a costume. It's gonna be really good for mastery, and it's only $15. Not 50, not 20, 15. I wonder if that's because a lot of that's going to charity, because Trine is a fairly greedy company, but we won't talk about that. Shh, nobody tell them I said that, okay? I'm like too overly critical about Trove. I've been playing this game for too long that I just complain too much. Thank you, Trace Osborne, for the $5 through Super Chat. Hi, how are you doing today, he says, and he's got the frog face. Pepe, you're scaring me. I'm doing fantastic, man. And you guys are making my day beautiful. Like, seriously. Like, it really is awesome when I'm doing a stream and you guys are into it, you know? 500 magic find to get stellar. No. It's, I've heard people get it at 400. Some people have said they even just get it at 300. So, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. It's 300 for Radiant, so I would assume it's 400 for Stellar. But with the way that the game's coded, I would not be surprised if technically you can just get Stellar at the same mastery, or at the same magic find as Radiant. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they were both the same stats. But I want to see that new gear. I want to see U10. That's the biggest thing that we're all holding our breath for, right? Like, never mind all the Geode and junk like that. I'm just waiting to see what they end up doing with the new one. And the Ice Age, as I said, guys, you know, the numbers are all off, but the class itself, they made it fun. They just got to redefine it and change the numbers so that you actually do decent damage. What kind of a dungeon is this? It's like honeycombs or something? I don't even know. Some weird Mickey Mouse maze or something. But anyways, you know, the test server is just that. It's the test server. So I'm fully expecting the Ice Sage will end up getting some good reworks before it goes live. Because they've been doing really good with all of the reworks, actually. You know, like they've been listening to our feedback very, very well. Where it's just, it's been good. It really has been. Now, I'm still holding my breath for what they end up doing with Shadowhunter. I hope they make Shadowhunter an absolute baller again, because I would not mind going back to Shadowhunter, man. Like, I still love that class. I love those emotes in Twitch. You guys are scaring me, but I do love them. It's like so funny. Having the fiery arms on the random characters. Get out of here, weird elite mob. Oh, and then also, just because more and more people keep complaining about it, but I am going to actually have a video, I already have it recorded, where I'm going to talk and very, very specifically explain, not only to other players, but in the hopes that the developers end up actually hearing about it, a video that talks about why the Starfire Dragon is still broken, and why any of the dragons that are related to killing enemies is still broken, and how they could end up fixing it. Thank you, Ally Jax, for all of the bits. He says, Scythe plays, did they change about Vanguard on or what did they change about Vanguard on PTS? I don't know. Like, they say, what is it? It says something really, really weird in the patch notes that doesn't make any sense to somebody that speaks English. It's like, changed the size of the Vanguard's ranged attacks or something like that. Like, it's a really weird, you can check the patch notes yourselves, guys. I have no idea what they changed about the Vanguard. I thought that it was the AoE of your ranged abilities. Don't spam out the Twitch chat as much, guys, otherwise I'll have to mute, sorry. I thought it was like the AoE of your ranged attacks, and then I tested it, no change. I thought that maybe they were saying that your ranged attacks did more damage, but there was no change to that either when I was testing it out, and so I honestly don't know, dude. Hogan Miller, thanks for 99 cents, man. Appreciate it. And thank you, Captain Red, for spending $2 through Super Chat to remind me to change my tome. That's one way to get my attention. That was the best tome I've ever had. It gave me Chaos Chest, but more so, it gave me $2. Oh man, speaking of which, they should change the Flux tome. What do you guys think? They should really change it so that you can actually get Flux out of it, because Valor Warrior is a good old friend of mine. He's been playing this game as long as I have, but he kind of goes off and on, and you know, because he's been busy with college and everything like that, right? But the whole thing is, it's like he's coming back to the game and he's got no incentive to play Trove. He's constantly been saying this over the past couple days, where he has no incentive to play Trove because there's no way of making Flux and everything is overly expensive at this point, which is a letdown, because it's like that really is a problem with this game, is there's not that many ways you can end up making Flux. All you can really do is Robo Salvage and Cinnabar. And even then, if everybody ended up doing it, those resources would end up going down in price, and then there you go. But it's not like a good place to end up getting Flux. It's just pretty much the only place that you can consistently get Flux. So they really need like more methods. Like if free-to-play players could, I don't know, if they changed the whole game around so that it was more like Warframe and credits were just outright tradable, I think that could really fix this game's economy. And then they would have to, of course, make every single pack in the game be worth credits instead of some of them being worth money and some being worth credits. It's just weird. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents towards it, because I think Warframe does fantastic with the whole free-to-play thing. What was that? Thank you, the Twitch Kiwi, and Steve again for even more bits. Twitch Kiwi says, Scythe, you're an inspiration to me. Thanks. Oh my gosh. I'm just a random freak on the internet wearing wigs in my videos and playing this child's video game. Thank you so much. What? Granted her for completing the first tier. Ew, I didn't want to complete the first tier. That was a total accident. I haven't completed a dragon challenge in like a million years, dude. Like, seriously. I make 4 million Flux by doing Bomber right. Yeah, that's a really good way of making Flux right now, is grinding up the Twin Dragon. I think that'll be a consistent thing that you can make flux off of. Because, like, the amount of flux that you end up making is worth it for the amount of time that you have to dedicate to Bomber Royale in order to get enough, tokens. Of course, it's going to end up being quite different when they end up changing... What the? This dungeon's already done? Who did this? Huh. But it's going to end up being different when they end up changing Bomber for the improvements update, and you have to be more aggressive in order to end up getting all the points and junk like that, right? But it should overall make getting bomb tokens a lot easier in general, I think. Scythe, did you see the 2 new dragons? I did not see the Bumblebee dragon because there's no way to actually get the extra life pack on the test server. But I did see the dark Pegasus dragon. He's probably the ugliest dragon I've ever seen in the game. Like, seriously, they really should make him look cooler, because that is just not worth it. Like, the light peg dragon just is like, whoa. And then the dark peg is just like, vomit, man. Like, he looks like a weird turkey. It's just, no. How did this guy get up here first? Like, I bombed my way in. I don't know what he did. Thanks, Kiwi, for more bits. You guys are going crazy. Giving me all of your change. Did they change dragon fragments from 5 to 100? I can't even get 1 fragment for 1,000 mobs, and it's triple dragon day. Yeah. So, like I said, dude, I'm going to have a video that's going to be more so directed at the developers. That's going to explain just why the dragon fragment drop rates need to be, like, fixed. Because the way that works, let's just say for a quick example, right? The Cloud Dragon that they recently put into the game. You can go and farm 300 crystallized cloud in like 2 seconds, and you'll end up getting a fragment. Just because the drop rates on that thing are like so good, not to mention you can farm like so much of the ore in such a short amount of time. Now, take any of the dragons where you have to kill enemies. Damn, I needed that cornerstone, but at least he's got this right here. Take any of the dragons that require you to kill enemies, and consider the amount of time that you have to take in order to kill the same amount of enemies in order to end up getting a fragment. That's why it's all broken, because you'll have to grind 300 enemies, if not more, over the course of hours in order to end up having the same chances, the same odds of getting a fragment as you would with the Cloud Dragon that you get in 2 seconds. Ali Jax, thank you for the bits. I'm 20 KPR Shadowhunter, max gear, max gems. How do I get more power rank? Then you can't be fully maxed out. What you would have to do is either max out the stars on your gear, put pearls of wisdom on your gear, or augment your gems. That's pretty much all you can end up doing beyond that point. And then there's also lazy music, more bits saying I agree with the ally. Teach us, what ally? What are you talking about? And then Twitch Kiwi sending like a whole bunch of bits. You're scaring me. Scythe, guess how long it took me to get the water dragon? 1 week. Yikes. I mean, see, like, that's the thing. 1 week to get a dragon, that's not bad. Except for the water dragon being fishing, so it's absolutely boring. My point being, though, no, 1 week is bad. Like, the only dragons that should take, like, close to a week is, like, Blocktron and Adventurine dragons, right? Because otherwise, even the ice dragon, you can technically farm in, like, 2 days. I think that's what it took me to end up getting the ice dragon, right? Someone's saying PTS is up, so you guys can go check that out. But, oh, and they're going to change it finally so that in the improvements update, these cursed skulls are going to spawn 10 enemies at a time instead of 5 each time. So the kill 30 enemy dungeons should actually end up going a lot quicker, which is nice. Best way to farm XP. Okay, so I was going to do a video on that, but they're going to be changing a couple things with that. As of right now, I would argue that Bomber Royale is the best way to end up getting XP right now. But you gotta act fast and grind it out as much as possible. Also, yes, experience potions will end up giving you more XP in Bomber Royale. But when the improvements update hits in August, they're changing it so that the amount of XP that you end up earning from Bomber is going to be based off of the amount of damage that you cause to other players and then your kills and stuff like that. Even though the game is like kind of a mess and you don't really end up getting credit for most of the kills just because if you tag someone, it doesn't mean anything. They are going to change all of that with the August update, but we'll see what happens in terms of, are you going to gain the same amount of massive experience from Bomber when they end up changing that? I don't know. Like, we'll just have to see. Aha! My tome is done. How do I get a class gem fast? Get to 5,000 PR and then follow somebody around in the Everdark to end up getting it. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why they have a U9 Everdark. I really don't. I think that's our last tome, actually. Is that it? Let me double check. Yeah, so all of these ones are useless. Every tome from the Geode update is absolute trash. Like, seriously, devs, come on. Fishing tome from Mastery, absolute garbage. Cinnabar was a good tome, but now Robo Salvage, I'm pretty sure, gives you more flux worth. We should actually take a peek. Let's take a peek. Cinnabar tome, it's gonna be, let's just say 20 is the average. And you end up getting 40 Cinnabar per, so 40 times 20. That's really? That's like 800 flux. And then opposed to Robotic, which is going to be 59 each, but you end up getting 15. So let's just say it's 60 times 15. Yeah, Robotic Salvage Tome takes it again, guys. You're gonna get 900 flux every time the tome ends up completing. It's outdone Cinnabar. Yikes. I guess for anybody joining the game right now, Cinnabar at least is super duper cheap, right? But we'll grind a little bit more just because why not? We actually ended up getting our tomes done pretty quickly. How about the subclass? What's the best subclass ability for the Vanguard? I pretty much like, to make things less complicated, I have a very powerful knight. And I just use the knight subclass for all my characters because it gives you more potions. Because in my mind, having more potions means longer grinding before you have to go and get more pots. And then for Shadow Towers, I find that it does better than most of the damage tomes, or damage subclass abilities, because, again, you're going to end up having more potions, which means that you have more survivability, and you end up having more damage because you get to activate your Arcane and your Martial a lot more often. So I always just go for the Knight subclass ability with all of my characters. Now, if you're doing rampages and stuff, because it's all just about like tagging the enemies as much as possible, you're going to want to be Draco with the Shadowhunter subclass or Shadowhunter with the Draco subclass. Ali Jax, thank you again for the bits. He said, you said that Luxian had his items scheduled in the code. You said it says that we will have certain stuff for certain days. So what will he have in the future? We don't know. We don't know. The point is, though, that the developers just kind of set it up. Think about Chaos Chess, for example. The new Chaos Chess item that comes out every week, that is scheduled months in advance so that they don't have to waste their time going into the game code and changing it every single week, right? It's the same with Luxian. They have his items set up months in advance, but it doesn't mean that we know what it is. Even if we end up looking in the game's code and seeing that Luxian has, like, for example, Luxian is a dragon. In the game's code, he's been a dragon since Luxian has been released. So we know that one day he's going to sell his own dragon fragments or his own dragon souls, but we don't know when. You know, it's the same as how we knew for the longest time that he was going to sell the Lorekeeper dragon fragments, and then he did for like a day, and then they got rid of them because of that little bug, which is understandable, but it means that next time Luxian shows up, he really should sell the Lorekeeper fragments again for those that couldn't end up actually getting on in time to get the dragon for themselves, genuinely, not because they were trying to go for the whole boon thing. Thank you, Twitch Kiwi, for even more bits. You guys are crazy. Stop giving me your whole wallet. No, but really, I do appreciate it. It says, Scythe, I only have one of the crafted dragons. I'm so far behind. Yup, that sounds about right. Ah, Arnold must be, yeah, he's Shadowhunter. I was going to say, because he's going into these dungeons and just one-shotting them with his ult. It doesn't always work. That's the biggest thing that I want to see them fix with the Shadowhunter when they do end up reworking him. I want to see the damage numbers for your class gem ability increased. his basic attack should end up just either being faster or causing more damage. I think too, stop me if I'm wrong here, guys, but I think as far as video games are concerned, like, I understand like the guns and stuff like that in Trove not doing it, but I think that a bow should always have piercing damage. So I think that they could definitely change it so that the Shadowhunter's ability, like, so it would phase through enemies instead of getting stuck on them. Personally, I would like it if all of the ranged abilities would end up phasing through enemies. I think that would make a lot of ranged characters actually be thrown up to the top in terms of the amount of crowd control that they have, because otherwise all of your abilities just get stuck on single target enemies, and that's why melee characters are the strongest for U9 and stuff like that, right? Because if you're Shadowhunter and you go into U9 and an enemy walks in your way, you're not going to be able to actually damage the boss until you end up killing the other enemy, thus making your grind time a little bit slower. Yeah. You guys know all that stuff. Thank you even more, Twitch Kiwi. You're scaring me. You got a dragon. Yeah, I kind of got a dragon. Well, this isn't a dragon. This thing's from Mastery. It's beautiful, though. I love this thing. The Mastery rewards for 601 to 700, though, kind of lackluster. Most of all, compared to this Phoenix, like, you get this Phoenix at 600, and then all the other stuff is just kind of garbage until you end up getting the Mastery 700 Dragon. But that's at 700. Like, that's a long way away. Maybe we'll be able to get up to Mastery, like, 720, maybe 750 when U10 comes out. Depends how much mastery you can end up getting from new things. Like they have said, here's something that's kind of interesting. With the improvements update, unfortunately, there's nothing coming for the Vanguard. I already talked about that before. I don't like it. I really think that they need to start capitalizing more on the Vanguard's popularity and actually making the character, you know, have new costumes, have a bunch of new weapon styles instead of just stuff that the developers keep putting out. Which, we got Vanguard costumes in the works, but they're probably just gonna get thrown into some chaos chest drop or something. I don't know. But they did say that when the U10 update comes out, the Vanguard is going to have a new costume. Now, if they're gonna put out a new costume with the U10 update specifically for the Vanguard, I would assume that all of the classes should end up getting a new costume to go with U10, hopefully. And maybe it's got to do with either a level cap increase, or it's got to do with completing some type of event, or just crafting geode-themed armor, which hopefully is not nearly as disgusting as the mounts. But it's like, if we go to the geode area and you see all those NPCs, like, I think a lot of those characters' costumes would really work on the classes, dude. Like, seriously. Thank you for the bits, Steve and Kiwi, again, you guys. I got Flackbeard from a golden dragon cache, says Steve. Yikes. I mean, I guess that's good. It's not really the best dragon to end up getting from that. But also, I guess I should have mentioned too, remember that bee dragon that I was talking about? So, they actually have the bee dragon just as disgusting as the spider dragon, where you're going to be able to get fragments for it by killing bee enemy types. Now, Joe ended up grinding it, and he got one fragment in like 10-15 minutes. That's okay. But we're not entirely sure if the wasp enemy types end up actually dropping the fragments, because he only would end up getting it off of the bee enemies. And the bees, funny enough, don't end up like this right here. This is a wasp enemy. That's not a bee. So we don't know if those guys actually end up dropping this bee dragon's fragments, right? The bees only spawn in that novice beehive dungeon, unfortunately. As well as, I guess there's that other beehive dungeon that's kind of got worms in it and junk. But I'm not sure if that's just a bunch of wasp enemy types or not. But here's bees as well. Like, they pretty much just spawn inside dungeons only. So I don't know whether or not, like, this wasp enemy we just killed, is he gonna drop fragments for the bee dragon? I don't know. Yeah, Flackbeard is easy to get. He's a super easy dragon. That's why it's a little disappointing that you got it, but either way. Give me that. And then, oh, I like how the exit portal was underground, so it spit us up at the top. Sites, what's your favorite dragon? That's a very tough call, man. I honestly don't really like... There's lots of dragons that are my favorites. It kind of depends on the mood. Ice Dragon, I'd say, is still one of my all-time favorite. Even over the Primordial Air Dragon, I think that it just looks super duper cool. But the Light Pegasus Dragon, as of the most recent dragons added to the game, I'd say that that one's probably my favorite. Because it really reminds me of, like, Dinobot from the Beast Wars TV show. I used to watch that as a kid, so, yeah. Not the bees. Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about the bee meme. The bees are in my eyes. But the fact that you gotta get them off of a specific enemy type means that the drop rates absolutely suck. So, honestly, I would just recommend you spend $15 and get the pack. I heard that. Stellar, give it to me. Shadow, give it to me. Noodles are just long pieces of rice. Kind of. They're prepared differently. Those bees, I don't think... Yeah, those are from Cursed Skull, so they don't drop anything. That would not be good for farming that Dargon. What's your favorite class? I mean, Shadowhunter was my favorite class. I don't really use him anymore, just because I used him for such a long time. But the amount of playtime that I've had on the Shadowhunter, I would say makes it my favorite class. Neon Ninja I swapped to only because it was stronger than the Shadowhunter, and it was faster at farming. But for right now, Vanguard. All the way love the Vanguard. Very good character, very fun, very powerful. I still want a two-handed sword character, man. Like, seriously. I don't know if that would end up being my favorite, but it depends on its execution. Thanks for 50 cents, Steve. Appreciate it, man. Overall, I don't even know how much you've given me, but really means a lot, guys. Do you like jazz? Isn't that a meme? But otherwise, I don't listen to music. It's distracting. Otherwise, I like epic type of music, like Angels and Airwaves. Used to be in into Blink-182, but not so much anymore. And then U2, stuff like that. But I don't listen to music at all. 105 bits total, says Steve. Awesome. Is the Vanguard class meant for ad clearing? What? Been wanting to get Vanguard, but I don't know how good it is. I've got plenty of videos that already show you how good it is. Like, you can already see right now, this is U9 farming. And the Vanguard is actually a very powerful character, so you don't really need, like perfect gems help for sure. Obviously, you're going to be a lot stronger, but you're going to be able to solo U9 right away with the Vanguard. Ad clearing is for enemies that aren't the boss. He's good for both, I guess. I just wouldn't really consider Trove to have ads. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. It's like I was saying earlier, it's like the Shadowhunter, for example, you're going to end up running into enemies blocking your pathway. Someone got Hyperpin X again. Yikes. But you gotta remember too that even though we never end up doing it, Vanguard can end up going into ranged mode, which is cool, albeit still pretty useless just because the amount of damage that you do is kind of gross. But you got lots of crowd control as this guy just because you can destroy everything in your face. Yeah, you see exactly. Techie on Twitch saying, I got a Vanguard and I could solo U9 with 15 KPR easy. Yeah. Like, Vanguard is one of the rare characters where leveling him up is just easy peasy because you can solo U9 so easily that you can, like, I was soloing U9 at, I think, like, level 25 or something like that. And it's really good experience. Of course, we didn't have Bomber when the character came out. That was just at the beginning of the year. We'll try and complete our tome maybe one more time here. And then I think I gotta go and do some other stuff, guys, and get some other videos for you. Because I know too, I've seen you guys talking about Warframe and stuff. I mentioned it on my community page. I'm sorry I haven't had a Warframe episode in a while. I haven't had time to record it, but I'm hoping to record it today. So Warframe video coming out tomorrow for sure. Alley Jacks, more bits, thank you. I'm 400 mastery and gotten 1 stellar drop. Any tips? All you can do is get more magic find from dragons. That's it. Yeah, like communication said right there. He's like, craft more dragons with Lenny face. Like, that's literally all you can do to increase your drop chance. And then otherwise just play the heck out of this game, right? Thank you, Twitch Kiwi, for even more. Have you ever played Skyrim? Totem, on my YouTube channel, I have a full Let's Play series of Skyrim. Oh my gosh. The Duck, thank you very much. His message is, ducks are cool. He donated 50 DKK. I don't know what type of money. Donkey Kong coins, that's right. No, but seriously, I appreciate it, man. I don't know what that's worth, but maybe a lot, because it's a 50.00. Thank you, though, man. Really appreciate it. But yeah, he said ducks are cool, in which case, yes, they are. The Extra Life pack that's coming out is going to have a new duck helmet. That was by Biscuit Cat, who ended up renaming himself to like Ducky or something. I think he's since quit Trove, but the cool thing is, guys, that the Extra Life pack, what they ended up doing last year, and I'm hoping they do it again for this year. And that's where all of the super chat that you guys are giving me is going to go towards. But they had it last year where Atronos, I think that's his username. He's one of the devs. He's the guy who ends up making all of the block items in the game and all the costumes and junk like that, right? So they had it set up where you could literally like spend money and you could buy like him to make you a hat that was going to get in the game. I think it was like $100, or maybe it was something ridiculous like $500. I don't remember. But it was like you could buy a dragon into the game, or you could buy like a new, maybe that's what was $500. It was like a whole new type of mount that would have a new skeleton. And unfortunately, that event did not last very long because there was a lot of things that I wanted to buy as soon as I heard something like that. Like, first of all, I would get like a scythe costume officially in the game. I mean, it's about time. I mean, Dunmeyer's got a hot dog costume, and he doesn't even play this game anymore. Where's my costume for this game? Like, seriously. But then on top of that, we've got, like, I would want, one of the biggest things is I want a proper Hydra mount that actually has, like, 3 heads and is a proper slithering snake mount. Animations all cool and stuff. Maybe it does bite attacks. I don't know. But I would really want to have, like, a raven. That would kind of be like, you know, darkish themed and maybe like green, maybe like a balefire raven. And the whole thing that I've always wanted in this game, we've only got like one mount type that actually does it, is as you would be mounted on it right now, it would be like flapping its wings and off the ground and kind of hovering right there. And also be able to glide, of course. But the only mount that we've got that does that is the Radiant Butterfly. And that thing just feels like a ton of bricks when it's fluttering around and stuff. I would really love to have like some proper mounts, like in World of Warcraft and stuff, where it's like they actually are sitting there animating and looking really cool. Like the Serpent Dragons do that very well, you know? Thanks, Steve, for the bits again. Appreciate it. But yeah, the Fluttering Chaos. What I mean is that the Radiant Butterfly was the first mount that did that, and then the Fluttering Chaos and stuff like that, those are just reskins. So I consider it the same mount. My point being, though, is if that event ends up coming around this year, I'm going to go broke. Because I'm going to buy so many things that are going to get in the game, dude. Most of all, I want that mount, not only because it would be so cool, but because I think immediately, like, adding a new type of mount to the game means that modders would have the opportunity to actually add, like, some really cool customizations on top of it, you know? It's like, I want to add stuff that would end up helping the overall community, not just my own selfish means of having a scythe costume, right? Like, I've already got my own modded costumes for most of the characters and stuff, for sure. But I would really love to have the devs end up making me, like, a custom one. I think that would just be, like, that would be so cool. Unfortunately, I have to spend money to get it into the game, which is quite sad. But, hey, I'll take it, you know? Now, one thing that I think is kind of weird, it's kind of cheap. Merc, for example, he ended up buying a penguin helmet that's going to be in one of the Extra Life packs. Not this first one that's coming, but another one that's coming. It's most likely going to be in there, right? He spent money to get that helmet into the game. And then he's going, like, in order for him to get that helmet, he's going to have to buy the Extra Life pack, which... Isn't that a little, like, oxymoron? Because it's like, you got to spend money to get it in the game in the first place, and then you have to buy the pack itself. Like, you should really automatically get those items regardless of whether you end up buying the pack. Anyways, I don't mean to ramble about that, guys. I just thought that was like so cool and interesting when I heard that that event was actually going on last year. But again, by the time I heard about it, it wasn't there anymore. I used a heartophone on you. Thank you. I know I've got red name. Actually, I don't think I have red name because red name does not dominate the other name colors. Or does it? I don't know. In the improvements update, we're going to be able to quite simply click a little thing right here by our username. And then you can choose your username color from all of the available colors that you actually have associated with your account. I see it's going to be coming out this Monday. I'm going to try and have a video come out tomorrow that explains why there was no comments video for last week. I can't export my account. Okay, so if you're following my video, I did it dead wrong. You should check the comments because I ended up putting a comment right away that mentioned that I said it wrong. You have to type /export account as one word, not export character like I said in the video. That was my bad. So give me all your noodles. No, give them to me. I'm kind of hungers. I gotta do the gym today too, and it's arm day, you guys. Yay, my favorite. I want to get big arms. So that I can be a nerd playing video games and have arms that my girlfriend will like. Just kidding, she already likes me. Besides, why don't you answer the question I've been asking the whole time? Which one, Icy? You mean the comments video one that I literally just answered 2 seconds ago, but you're the one not paying attention to my replies? Is that the one that you mean? Like, I like when you guys get frustrated as if I like see every single one of your comments. Let alone like it's like when it's like, dude, I literally just replied to you. Anyways, we've already cleared this like whole world pretty much. So let's hop out of here. Noodle arms, yes. Rage speed build, yeah, that's a good one for the ninja. Who's faster, ninja or Vanguard? Yeah, the rage speed build for the ninja technically is faster. I prefer the Vanguard speed build because you can actually look forward while you're doing things, right? Kiwi. He's donating the bits just to tell Steve to stop donating. It's a donation battle. What the? Ooh. What is this? Oh, that's a stellar fist. That's why it looks weird to me. Okay, we'll get rid of all this garbage. I'm going to keep all these fists. I don't need that. Why did I want to loot collect that? It's too bad they don't have a proper... Ooh, we got an LED block recipe. Yikes. Get that, get that, get that. Just a couple extra pinatas. Why not? Oh, we got 13 chaos just from... Well, we got that from the tome, actually. Boop, boop. We got lots of junk. We got lots of junk, man. I'll throw down these mastery pins just because why not? And then otherwise, it's going to be real nice when we have that quick little boop for, you know, sort inventory button. But let's hop on into the main hub here. Throw down these Uggles mastery pins. What? Do you think the Vanguard is faster farmer than Lunar and Lancer, or can you make a video of like the top 5 farmers? I've thought about it, Marco. I've thought about it. Vanguard is faster than Lunar Lancer. He's a close second to the Neon Ninja, but Lancer is still... He's definitely top 5. Ice Sage is good for now, but when the improvements update hits, Ice Sage just gets thrown way down to the bottom. Like, you can't even farm U9 with the Ice Sage anymore, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll see a fix to a lot of the stuff. What? Are these just... Oh yeah, Stellar Gems. Okay, I may as well use all these keys then. Yes! That was all of them. And, ooh, I don't have my Karma mod on. I'm not opening those. They take way too long. Okay, are any of these gems good? Garbage, garbage, garbage. Garbage, garbage. Be quiet, Jub Jub, you freak. She's such a wimp. Like, she always barks at everybody, and it's like, if anyone even ran at her for 2 seconds, perfect gem, she'd, like, be so scared. I guess I'll hang on to all these. Ooh, and they're a perfect gem. I mean, we might have to re-roll some of these, but I'm hanging on to all my gems because I'm hoping that eventually I can end up working on getting, like the whole 25k PR on every character. There we go. That's that. And then also, just because you guys are scaring me, I'm gonna hop into my club world here for storage. Manit, thank you for 250 bits. Oops, I took first place. Smug face. That's funny. I like that. I like that you guys are fighting with donations. It's scaring me. So look at this, man. See, we got so many stellars. Not really. That's all I've got over the past couple months. Whoops. Those weren't all fist styles. Boomeranger. Boomer's fun, but not really a recommended class because of a lot of things that are broken with it. Most of all that knockback that they still haven't gotten rid of for it. Oh, and then somebody saying, I know to you people that are asking about a Revenant video, I know I'm hoping to have that video come out sometime next week. Because of the Ice Sage's recent changes, I am going to have to wait a couple days for them to kind of fix the character over time. But I do want to have a video that kind of summarizes the changes that have happened with the Ice Sage. And then, of course, I'll have like an updated video when the update ends up actually going on the live server. But I know that I've got to do a video that talks more specifically about the Revenant, how he actually handles himself in U9 and Ultra Towers after his fix. He can handle Ultra Towers. He's not very good for U9 though, honestly speaking. But you can main the Revenant. Yes, most certainly. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for coming out. We're going to call the stream here. Really appreciate it. We got all our tomes done, so now I can go and grind some other things. But I gotta get some other videos out to you guys. I really do appreciate you stopping by, though. Thank you to everybody for all of your bits. The top 3 that we can see right here on Twitch is Manit, Steve, and the Kiwi, whatever. The Twitch Kiwi, there it is. And then for Super Chat shoutouts right here, we got Captain Red, Trace Osborne, Hogan Miller, and the Duck Donkey Kong. Thank you very much for the support, guys. For those of you that do want to support me, of course, there is options to sponsor my YouTube channel or sub to my Twitch channel. They pretty much are the exact same thing, a monthly fee. But if you don't have any money and you do want to support me, there is options down below for Gawkbox as well as Solidarity app. You just access those to your phone. They're quite literally going to tell you, play a phone game for 2 minutes. We'll give you $5 that you can then donate for absolutely free. Seriously, it takes like 2 seconds. But yeah, then there's also my merch, which is as cheap as we can make it. I wish I could make it cheaper, but we can't. And we've got quite a few different shirts on there right now. But otherwise, I gotta go. Thank you very much for coming out. Domo, namaste. Really appreciate it. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day, okay? Sayonara, and stay epic.